Well, one of the X factors that's never talked about as much would be Chris J. I'm going to have my eyes on him personally. So we're going to be looking at 100 Thieves versus Mousesports, Inferno Dust to Nuke, and we're going to be doing it with Henry G and Machine.
In the playoffs, and now it's time to see whether 100 Thieves can get this Mousesports off their back. Haven't found the victory versus them before. See if this... Ooh, damn, Frozen started with a bang, and that Liaz willing to take that duel. Does see Frozen put down low HP, and Chris J, where's his health gone? It's Azza to take it from him. Rops has the bomb in his sights.
Well, a very explosive start there. Great shot from Gratisfaction. Will take Rops to just 1 HP. Carrigan popping off with the 5-7 as well. It's currently sat in a 4 versus 2 in favor of Mousesports. Aggression down towards middle. A lot of teams try out, but this one, a very successful campaign. Gratisfaction recovers the bomb at least. And we're joined by Azza. They still have 2 smokes and flashbangs. This is not a foregone conclusion considering 3 players are very low HP.
Yeah, and they're going to actually group up, which looks like they've been given time to do so. They are going to be quite the threat. Woxic is a good chance for Mouse, though. Survival more important than the frag at this point, and he knows it. Just tucks away after the first shot. Gets the information. A repeat, a risky one, but Azza misses his shots. Chances starting to dwindle for the 2 remaining Thieves. A smoke and a flash, though. Armor's on Grat. You're going to want to see the body shots on him. Quick reaction from Azza. Oh,
here we go.
Unchecked. They're going for it. What was 2v4, now 2v2, 2v1. It's all coming up trump. Azza has made quite a statement into Inferno. 4 kills to his name. And he's got a chance at the 5th as well. Gratisfaction's holding the smoke push. He should have a chance, and it's his Grat to finish. 100 Thieves have done it in the pistol. Limited utility, so these duels are just a matter of time. Woxic is in a prime position to check this. JKS in support for the balcony peak. Rops is there. Here we go. Into the site, good dink. Woxic's waiting for Frozen to come online. Rops does get neutralized, and now the bomb's loose. Woxic doing everything he can on this site, and that's phenomenal. A double kill, and perhaps a third. Gratisfaction falls and puts it all onto Azza. He hasn't got the health to really make any impact here. The pre-fire wasn't far off, but Woxic, he's jiggling with him, giving him the chance.
Ooh. Okay then, that was a real nice sequence from Woxic there. We'll see if the money's there for 100 Thieves to buy it once again. Swings at the right time here, and nothing but perfection at this point. Woxic very well handled. The 3rd kill was my favorite here. Just absolutely snaps on the head. Perfect recoil control. Wants to play here. Just as it starts to dissipate, they'll probably just flash through without smokes. They don't want to telegraph it too much. Another smoke going down. This is brutal. 100 Thieves, they just have to go through it and hope for the best. The flashbang's effective. They have got through the smoke wall here, but Chris J, he is the final boss of the bomb site. He's got the Galil in hand, waiting for a flashbang for his teammate. It could work out perfectly. Flashbang connects, and they have no idea. What? Why don't they know where he is?
Chris J with the ace. He tapped the first 2 heads, and they go completely unchecked for the next 3.
He just killed 2 in plain open sight, and they have no idea he's there?
It could be a miscomm. They might have just said coffins. That's where you typically die from. He taps those heads.
They were blind. There we go.
Carrigan's flash. And there's the second one. They're all looking towards coffins. Backs turned, and oh, brutality. Chris J.
Azza without a helmet. And in terms of the initial approach, on top towards barrels, and well, Liaz will get a lot more than he bargained for there. The flashbang HE combo right down to the bottom will take him out.
But this Mousesports hold, it's been pretty much bread and butter. This is how they've done it. Chris J longside. He's got Frozen now in support. After Carrigan calling long clear, re-smoking deep banana, he knows that this T side is only going to be one side. And Molotov will force Chris J to retreat just a little bit.
Opening kill for Mousesports, but here comes the commitment. 100 Thieves make their way out towards quad, but Rob's got such a great position here. Just needs the vision, an opportunity to pull the trigger, and he has a couple of frags available to him. There's the first, second comes through, and he has actually given them the advantage still. We have a player on towards the bomb site. That's going to be Chris J. Krieg in hand, just tucking himself in towards the back. It's JKS and Gratisfaction have to try and fight their way out of this one. Oh my goodness! It's a haymaker from Gratisfaction as Carrigan left in a 2-on-1 now. No kit available. Spots one towards the pit, smoking him out.
From Haymaker to Kingmaker, Carrigan, he's got Mousesports here now, looking to secure a round for them. 1 versus 2, great crossfire. JKS takes the contact with Grat 4 as they break the run from Mouse.
So making their way back towards B. Execution on the cards here. Molotov new boxes, 2 smokes in, that's all they've really got. Flashes over, maybe to send the MAC-10 in a little bit ahead of everything just to see if he can Finds some space, flashes are good. Chris J scrambling towards the back.
Yeah, but Jacob's already caught one, and so Chris J's the lone wolf, and they're definitely checking Emo this time, Hank. Bomb will shortly be planted, currently loose and in the flames. It will be retrieved by Grant's faction, so that's going in, and the 3 CTs are accepting, cutting their losses and preserving the rifles. First time we've seen 100 Thieves with all 5 left standing at the victory.
It's a very difficult shot, don't get me wrong, but Voxic's a very special player. Carrigan helps himself to his second frag, and he's still towards the bench. Okay, I don't mind this actually, because they seem to know that it's going to drop a smoke, and maybe Carrigan sits in it and hopes for the best at this point, makes his way out. Significant damage towards JKS, but ultimately goes down in the end.
JKS is trying to play the game of survival there. You see Molly bedroom and just try and reposition.
So we'll see Rops finding an incendiary, but this is going to be enough. It'll be a quad focus here from 100 Thieves. They'll set up the crossfires. They've got enough time to reposition. If Rops can get that incendiary down towards quad just as they commit, I don't think they'll have a very good time here. They're just going to push the smoke. Gratisfaction's got the bomb there.
With 25 seconds, you lose that bomb long. It's terrifying. There's Molotovs, and Rops throws it out just as that looked like the moment to go. Yeah, they did. They swang out, but now just having to respect the Molotov. 15 seconds. Good grief. Mousesports, 10 seconds. They just have to hit a couple of shots. The flash is good. Gratisfaction, it's not enough. Frozen Rops, they've done it. They've won the round, and they do it cleanly.
Yeah, very well done there. I said they didn't have much utility at all, but they did have one lone incendiary. 40 seconds on the clock. He just wants to get one and bait his teammate, and he's still got the smoke as well.
Ooh, little unfortunate, the molly and the smoke overlap. Let's see what JKS has got in store for us out the balcony, but immediately caught by Rops. Jiggle not working. Woxic, he bides his time and hits his shots. Flash coming in. Rops and Chris J can work off that. Never mind. Catches him. A second coming in, though. And the comms is better that time. Slowing them down. And again, 100 Thieves. Their worst enemy is not Mousesports, it's the clock.
It's a very good point. And Carrigan will stay.
Ooh, Chris.
Slow, pretty slow from Chris.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic.
Might have been looking at the radar.
That's a good point. Not something we get to piece together ourselves, but still advantage now for the 100 Thieves. Can they make good on this, though? How's that drawing the blood of Chris J? Free fire from Jacob. He's trying to play with Carrigan, and he actually gets it. 2 phenomenal kills into the site. There's one more, and Frozen. Oh, he's not going down. He's not backing down. He's tucked in the corner, and he's taken all 3. This is impossible. It should not be possible. But Azza, he's done enough to at least slow down what looked to be a Mousesports momentum. Hang on, Molly, and a success for Rops.
We'll see what Rops can do with this one. The fuse kit available, bomb yet to be planted. JKS with a grenade available. It might actually do significant damage there, a little bit. Goes for the fake plant, Rops. He knows that allows him to get a bit closer at this point. JKS, 20 seconds. He can knife out towards A still. He'd have to go right now. And off he goes. The race is on, Alex.
He's having a go. And so, Rops, he will have to respect this. He has no clue right now. He's going to hear that sound, and then it's going to be knife out turn for him. 9 seconds. You need 4. 4.5 to be precise. And there it is. No issues.
So, here we go then. It's up to Rops. Like we said, he's got the kit, but JKS got such a massive advantage. He has no idea. Did he get to apartments? Did he go boiler, pit, graveyard, bomb site? He could be anywhere. He'll have to suss it out by itself.
Yeah, but his reaction time is phenomenal. These young guns, they're made of something else. JKS has to be precise, and of course he is. Gets the crucial second frag of the round from him, but that's more importantly the 6th.
Bomb down with 1 second to spare, and then it was just a nightmare for Rops. You've got no information. There's just no time to work with. And we'll see 100 Thieves come into the round after winning the previous with the MAC-10s, trying to punish the fact they might not have helmets here. It's Frozen, though, looking for another 3-piece. He does get a couple, but is it going to be enough? Maybe not.
Jesus. There's another one. Chris J's pushed down, and he's actually caught JKS unawares. What do they do? The bomb does have an opportunity to go down here. It looks like Az is piecing that together. The flash is completely eaten by Chris J. That will buy them a little additional time. He's going to try and Molotov, make the process of elimination a little easier. Woxic has the same, but that molly will stop them from pushing on it. All redundant use of their utility, but there's more where that came from. A single flash for Woxic to set up Chris J.
Here it comes. It will be deployed now. Chris J has to swing. I like this from 100 Thieves. This is very smart. You're not going to assume that there's 2 players towards new box at this point. Gratisfaction to set the trap. He'll get the first kill. He might just get both here. He delivers. Looking towards T-steps. Instead, though, Carrigan's just going to be rushing down towards that bench position once more. And he wants a bit more of the action. The flashbang comes in from Chris J. He's got the first kill. They've smoked off T steps. Carrigan ideally needs to get the hell out of it. He's going to run towards B. There's a player coming from the underpass as well, so he needs to be careful. But he's got away with them. What's happened there? I couldn't tell you. Voxic was standing top of middle with his knife out and just got taken down. He was flashed, but he didn't move. He just stood there with the knife out. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah, a little bit of a disconnect.
Maybe I missed a detail, but that's what looked to happen there. The knife out, no movement.
Perhaps. Yeah, there's 2 Carrigans in the server right now.
So, flash attack from the apartments. 3 make their way through. Flash does nothing for Frozen. He only gets the 1 though, but there's still a player towards a pip. That's going to be Rops. Good for 1. Make it 2 as Gratisfaction, last player remaining 10 seconds here. Has to recover the bomb, get 3 kills. Not going to happen. Very convincing finish there for Mousesports. 4 players without helmets on the T side here. So those M4s is going to chew through them.
And that's aggressive with Carrigan rocking the M4A1, and he does tap away, but Frozen, his greed, could potentially lose them the round. He wanted the frag, but now he's just got a 50 caliber bullet lodged in his skull. Woxic doing everything he can, and he's got more than enough. A double, a triple. Woxic, phenomenal way to end the half. Mousesports
came into fashion in 2019. We're seeing it more and more these days. A couple of kills available at close range proximity.
Yeah, I saw Gratisfaction get a triple kill from this exact spot, and he's already got off to a flying start. Rops beheaded and only 2 bullets expended from that CZ. Limited ammo, so that's something. Grat can continue to rack up the kills if they step into his crosshair. And here comes number 2. Woxic gone, and here comes a potential 3rd. Carrigan wins the duel. But Gratisfaction, he makes that CZ work. 2 early kills. What can you do with the remaining pieces? Carrigan thinking about it. Looks like B is the letter at the tip of his tongue.
Well then, Chris J. They've got a battle away in towards B. They've got no utility now, and 1 by 1 they will go down. A very clean finish there from 100 Thieves. 4 players survive.
They tuck themselves back into the site, keeping them that distance. That is an advantage you have in rounds like this. Yes, admittedly, the deagle, but very easy to hit those panic deags up close. You've got Jacob on that Z-axis. JKS to try and bait them in. He's getting a little too flustered with his utility, perhaps, because Carrigan's hit 1. JKS, the last stalwart defender of B, and he's gone. Rops makes sure of that. Grat caught off. Carrigan choosing to push through the smoke, and now they've got an advantage, and likely the round. They're so heavily damaged, but I'm not sure 100 Thieves are going to be able to know that.
I don't think they can even consider going for it at this point. They're smoked out. Yeah. He's calling well. They lifted like 5 trophies towards the end of last year. Like, this is great to see.
Yeah, and say what you want about Carrigan, but Mousesports did win a tournament without him at the end. The grand finals.
That's a good point. Yeah.
He was actually on a plane when they lifted that trophy.
How insane was that?
Oh, yeah. That was a harrowing loss.
Going for that mid control. In terms of the defense, it's Gratisfaction at the top. He's got a gap in the smoke to work with. And HE as well, we can deploy that now. That'd be fantastic. Instead, the gap. Oh, it eludes him. Might get the kill, the HE.
Not as much damage as I was expecting. It's down to Liaz's sprays. Bit wild, bit scrappy, to use your word. And now Carrigan's into the site. Where is his team, though? They're locked out on hay bales. Liaz, he's playing around the smoke. He could perhaps catch Rops, but too quick on the trigger. The Estonian finds a crucial frag. Now this round should be Mouse's. And backing away to save, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Lost bonus building for sure. When 3 weapons up, they'll be okay for another buy here. No hunting going on as they cower towards the B side of the map. Mousesports starting to extend their lead, stretching their legs, and asserting their dominance.
Those 3 preserved rifles.
Carrigan leading the charge here.
Hello.
This is one of their textbook plays, especially when they have a Mac 10. They love just launching 1 player up and seeing what can be done. We're going to have Carrigan, Chris J pushing through. Good trade. That's the definition of a trade, really. We'll see that. Good spacing, making sure you pounce on the chance to actually get the kill right away. We'll see now Carrigan get towards the moped.
Just maintain that advantage. Through the smoke he goes. Gratisfaction, he had that up. I don't think he even got to use a single bullet.
I think you're right.
Oh, and this round comes tumbling down. All too familiar circumstances for the Oceanic squad.
Their confidence is peaking right now. You don't see many players like that. It's very effective, but it's all about timing and gut feelings there. Going through the smoke is unexpected, and you can see Gratisfaction, like, he had no idea that was even coming. 1 player dies at Arch, and there's They could do a dribble smoke that gives them access towards a pit as well. That's like sometimes the most basic approach, one flash and going with it. This can actually work out very well.
Yeah, he strafes straight into the cover of the hay bales. It doesn't feel like a power position when they exploit it like this. And Gratisfaction's only allowed one. Rops takes two. It's not about being allowed, he steals it. Azza could not tuck into Library in time. JKS desperately trying to keep the Inferno dream alive, but it looks like Mousesports T's side, it's just been so well coordinated. They steal the Thieves map pick away.
Unless there's some sort of a miracle waiting. JKS and Jay can create a tower. And unless they get a kill now, this ain't happening. Last round, gonna go for it, and it will be the map going in favor of Mousesports here. A really strong T side. You can see how well oiled they are, as you mentioned.
Is the 100 Thieves. Mousesports could put a close to their story right here, their chapter right here. But we're gonna have to watch Dust 2 to find out. We're gonna be doing that with Henry G and Machine.
Thanks very much. We're into the pistol round and aggressive up middle already. Gratisfaction, he wants blood, he wants the party to start, and Frozen's crashed it. Almost entirely. One more bullet into the head of Liaz. He did have one in the chamber, but opts for a fresh mag. Across now, the flash up top mid, and oh, Liaz. I don't want to say terrible, but that didn't look good.
It didn't go well. I can say that much, Alex. That's confirmed. It's a 5 versus 1. Chad said they didn't look like they were up for it. And this pistol, they really haven't got much done at all. This is going to be Azza, who's looking for any sort of consolation frags here. It's not going to work out for him. Voxic will
puts them into the force. We're going to be seeing a whole plethora of exciting weapons. The Mag 7, a personal favorite of mine. Azza catches a stray bullet through the doors.
Voxic just expending an entire clip there towards the mid doors, and he's connecting! That's actually kind of sick. That worked out for him.
Oh, JKS. He was working with a fraction, a slither. And he finds Chris J's head. It had to be the headshot. Perfect way to get a one-man equalizer, but it's still a long and tumultuous journey to find the force by victory. Gratisfaction's hiding in the corners. He goes unchecked. More frags. JKS's scout hits another. He's in trouble. Frozen's trying to Molotov himself out of this hard place, and now the frags keep coming for Mouz. They've made it winnable for Rops.
Oh, taking a shot to the chest over from the scout. He's got a player on lower B as well. That's going to be Jake. Remember that Mag 7 upgraded now to a Galil. I don't think he wanted to pick it up as it made a sound when the weapon dropped. So the Mag 7, he's got the call. He's been tagged with the scout. He knows this weapon is more than viable for this scenario. He hasn't planted yet. Rops, that is, with 15 seconds. What's the call? He just has to run towards A. He'll get a plant out of this. He's certainly capable of winning it. Here comes the play. He needs to be quick. I think he might be in trouble here. Yes, indeed he will be. Wanted to get that bomb planted. Doesn't work out for him. It's a big reply from 100 Thieves there. After losing the first pick as well. A little bit apprehensive there, Mousesports. They got smoked out. Didn't really do anything with it. The flashbang comes through. Close range kills start to be delivered. The scout connecting. This was the initial kill from Voxic from the T-spawn position.
Yeah, so do you want to do some quick maths for me, Henry? Because second behind them. Calling it clear for now, but more to come. Molotovs towards the pit. Long now under Mousesports remit.
Absolutely true. Very valuable part of the map. 100 Thieves setting up 3 players towards short. You can see them. This is quite an interesting setup. There's their Gratisfaction AWP, though. Finds Rops. A key scout to take. It's going to have to be the long take at this point, I'm afraid, Alex. They're going to have to smoke the crossover and hope for the best. We saw Na'Vi approach in this sort of manner, just getting up there. Seeing if they can find the shots. They're already a man down. A couple of flashes remain on both sides. Azza trying to set up his teammate just when he needs it.
Calls for it. Liaz gets flashed in and has a chance for more. Just the one. Frozen keeping things level. And Mousesports got a real chance. Precise from Carrigan as he draws his first blood. He allowed to get the one, though. That Molotov could do a whole lot of damage. Voxic's going to be forced to try and swing out. The smoke and the nade is enough of a guise for him to maneuver into another fragging position, but with 10 seconds left, no chance he can get to that site with Grat holding the cross. Another for the 100 Thieves. Really nice that Voxic even managed to avoid his 2 teammates with that wallbang. Jumping down, Chris J punished. JKS, he was ready for it. Knew the short wasn't being held and he had to be paranoid for the drop. Chris J, he jumps straight into the jaws, and there's more from Juzzy. As the mollies arrive, the smoke isn't great. Enough for Carrigan to get across, though. Molotov burning Frozen down to 20. Advantages heavily leaning towards the 100 Thieves side, but Rops is looking to rock the boat, checking his corners, but not precise enough, because Azza gets another, and Woxic dropped the bomb. This is T-side Dust 2, I will remind you.
That's a very good point. Normally it's T-sided these days. Karrigan, though, might be up to something here, Alex. This could be an absolute showstopper. Go for the double kill, nails it. His teammate goes down, but Karrigan somehow gives himself an opening. 1 versus 1 now for the in-game leader, up against Azza, who's been very good so far.
He came into this with 1 frag. He wants to leave with 5. Azza, 40 HP. Karrigan, it's not good. Oh man, Azza, he had to hit the tip of the head, precise.
And it's another partial buy. Deagle's armor, 1 scout. Hell of a Deagle, though.
Yeah, feels like a full buy, actually. I've changed my mind. Molotov will entice Karrigan to go hunting for Grat, and if his reactions are off, his aim was misplaced. And now Grat, fortunate to be still alive in this round. Rops' Deagle's connecting elsewhere. Woxic scout, Mousesports. I think the fire's been ignited from Karrigan's heroics in the round before.
Yeah, that was a very strange sequence of events there, but ultimately it's going to be a 3-on-2. It was an absolute... it was
what would you call it, Henry?
Horror show of a round, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't... Money back online here for Mousesports. Winning partial buy is always going to help you out tremendously. Gratisfaction feeling the heat towards short will respond with a can of flames of his own. Flashbang over. Karrigan willing to challenge. Just the 5s there as well. It's a nice little move. Now, they weren't expecting that so quickly, and now Gratisfaction, you can see he had no idea they made their way up. Nice pick from Chris J.
Yeah, proactive from Liaz, a spectacular find on the first, and Az has done the same. It's a headshot gallery. And Rops has done it again. Another frag lingering on the other side of the map. The extremities now a threat, and they have to pair up. Azza and JKS, they'll maneuver. Oh no, wait. Perhaps they just decided they're going to concede this round. And
didn't see the swim from Chris J. Big smile on his face. The Flying Dutchman, they call him, for good reason. Straight up there, manages to remove the sniper. He opens out for Woxic once again. Their money was strong. Goes spot the kneecap of Gratisfaction. A flashbang caught Grad as well. That's what caused him to fall back there through the smoke, but still, Woxic took his shot, opens things up. A master of Dust 2.
No doubt. So many of these frags, we've only had 10 rounds of play, and they always seem to baffle, confuse. And Azza, he's going to have to do a whole lot here. Does avoid the flash nicely, but he can't find the crosshair return in time to just JKS and Jacob towards T-spawn. It does just look like he's going to try and keep Grat's AWP, but to recap why that AWP is on the ground, the ridiculous, from recapping the kneecapping, he just shoots him. Gratisfaction, that's ballsy to try and challenge the T-side AWP anyway.
He was looking towards top of middle, and then as soon as he got flashed, that's when the kneecap got exposed. He tries to fall back, and then is okay for 100 Thieves. There's one more buy there. They save both these weapons. Mousesports starting to stabilize here somewhat. They can still win the half. Bear that in mind.
Yeah.
It's convincing. Will it cause enough rotations, though? There's only Jacob in towards B. But like we said, a strong position. It could be enough here.
Doesn't wait too long. He wants to make sure it stops, and he holds the spray, expecting close swing. Only one. It may not be enough for the CTs, and certainly not now. Frozen drops and takes a second. Sees the nade flying, and you can see the CT flash was perfect, but Azza doesn't want to be taking that fight too aggressively.
Karrigan wanted to drop down towards spawn to set up his teammates here, but it's Jacob now ready and waiting towards B. He's found 2 kills, still alive and kicking in the back, but Robs takes care of him. Azza is going to be very low indeed. Gratisfaction at 0. Woxic starting to apply pressure now, and Azza, he's so low, they might just have to save for the final round here, Alex. We'll see. They've got a smoke for the tunnel, a couple of flashes, but it'll be all the pressure on Liaz, and currently as it stands, they don't have a kit. There's a slightly deeper smoke towards the double doors there to allow them to get some access, so it looks like they're going for it. They're going to flash over and send Liaz in.
It enables him to take this fight with Rops without the threat of Woxic dealing with him. Here they come, and takes the fight not clean, and that's all good for Rops. He's got himself the triple as it's low, makes it a quad. Wow.
Frozen once again out towards long, player towards the pit. He has got a gap, doesn't connect just yet. He might be in trouble here, but maybe the smoke will help him out, and that's actually sick.
He jumps away from the nade, and then one better dunks on Liaz. That's a fantastic trade, though. That's going to do a whole lot for the 100 Thieves defense in this 15th round. And, ooh, Woxic. He's looking low, and even lower. JKS wins the AWP duel with the budget version. JKS, though, is going to be feeling the pressure now on middle. That's going to be Rops breaking through. Azza, in the meantime, does catch Carrigan. The bomb behind Rops as well as they start their campaign. Good catch on JKS to at least make sure they finishes what Rops started earlier. But hello, Jacob. Hello, Mag 7, and that should be the round win. Rops just has to swallow that bitter pill. The bomb will not be arriving on B.
He's got all the utility and a 3-on-1 with still a minute on the clock here. Get this first kill, a 2-on-1 certainly possible for Rops. He spotted the shadow. He knows Jacob's there. Nails it. It's going to be now that 2-on-1 we talked about. He can grab the bomb, no problem. He knows that. The smoke's down there to cover him. He will presumably just run back towards B. CTs don't want to overcommit to this. He's got plenty of time. Needs to be very careful. Molotov towards the doors. Smoke's down. And now he'll go for the plant. Commits to it. He's got a chance here, Alex.
He really does. Coming from the window, they're both thighs. He ready for Grat. He knows he's in the sight. And Gratisfaction, he's been having a tough half, but he saves the lead coming into the second. A big victory in 100 Thieves. No lack of confidence, especially in support of his in-game leader. JKS is choosing to use his P250 on that mid-doors, and he takes Woxic down to 1. A dink across the map. Liaz does manage to finish off onto Frozen. Azza as well, taking these fights that the CTs are bringing to them.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be the perfect mid-flashbang. Chris J removed. Rops left with Woxic, who's got just 1 HP here. He's not going to have a whole lot to say, especially at this point as well. P2000 in hand, needs to hit perfect shots at this point. The bomb goes down.
Wait, oh, it drops. It did drop. That is an advantage that Woxic can work with. They're going to give him the fight he was hoping for, but all 3.
Good call.
Chris J on that long. He will be hearing nothing, but not enough to support Rops and Carrigan with a rotate. This is going to be a brutal pincer. 2 tons, 3 middle. Rops ready to fight, though. He's got a teammate. A partner in crime was Carrigan, but he's got to tuck into the site. The flashes are so good, he can't find cover. He tried the muscle memory, but he got stuck on the corner, and that is the site. That is the round. 100 Thieves. That's a big victory. That was the first true test after the pistol round, and we see Mousesports flounder.
Yeah. At this point, they'll just have to save their weapons. They will have maximum loss bonus after this round, so there it is. It comes in.
Good to see morale still high in the Thieves camp. A smile on Azza's face. Liaz as well. A light chuckle. Round 20. Liaz trying his hand at the bang through the doors, and it's not too bad, actually. Does just tag up Rops a little bit. That's a lovely Pico at the top of the smoke. If he goes for it again, Woxic likely to hit this shot. Gratisfaction.
Oh my God.
That is satisfaction right there. He gets a revenge by the wall. Gives him a bit of cover to work with himself. If there's a second one, he can stay exactly here. Timing's going to be everything. Now the nades come in. Anti-flash, he plays it perfectly. Frozen looking to mow them down. Carrigan does catch the second, but into the site they go. And Gratisfaction's on for the ace. He's doing it all. 3 kills, bomb plant. And Chris J has chosen not to bring the AWP into this retake. Makes a whole lot of sense. He has Rops in support. He'll be coming round from CT.
Still a very difficult procedure here, Alex. No grenades whatsoever. They've got defuse kits. They still need to find 3 kills. JKS towards lower B, so there's only 2 on the site right now. That means JKS will be coming from CT spawn momentarily. They need to get their skates on right here, right now. Chris J to strike first. Can he find the initial headshot? Yes, he absolutely can. Looking for that second now. If he gets that, they can actually defuse the bomb. Rops, still a slight chance, but it's dwindling by the second. Not going to happen. Rops will just have to sit back and wait. JKS has confirmed the round is theirs from CT spawn. He won't cross over. Recovers the AWP. Another round on the board there for 100 Thieves as we go 13-7.
Huge. Absolutely monumental. Gratisfaction, that was all him. Yeah. All of the kills and the bomb plant coming from one man. Yep. They come in. Woxic holds his line. Molotovs suggest the commitment. Teammates starting to rotate. All 3 of them charging towards CT, but a missed shot. The flash enables them to cross now. 8 seconds, but they can plant uncontested. And now a 5 versus 5. We're about to have some deathmatch, folks. Strap yourselves in. It's about to be a bloodbath on the A site. The silence broken by Jacob. He can see the barrel of the AWP, and Gratisfaction, he's already piecing this together, knows another. Carrigan's gone. Frozen claws one back for Mouse. Tip of the head, spotted and precise from Woxic. High sense, no issue. Liaz, however, is traded. Frozen doing his very best. He's doing it all. 3 kills so far, looking for a weapon, looking for a chance.
Anything at this point. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. The timer escapes him, and Azad is sitting in that smoke. And we will see another round put on the board for 100 Thieves. They've had a perfect run here in the second half. It's going to be 6-0 in round 22 with Deagles and a Scout.
Okay, yeah, you're this.
Okay, that's more like it. That will help.
Yeah, that certainly does. That's definitely a contribution from Frozen. My goodness. Rattles a shot across the map with his Scout and finds the dome of Gratisfaction. These two have got somewhat of an issue with those doors, like moth to the flame. Frozen once more. He's going to catch a bullet in the shoulder for that audacious choice.
That's another one.
Jacob's just hearing all of this and oh, Frozen, you genius!
Oh.
He knew it was a possibility and he just beheads Jacob before he can even make a peep.
Oh, if there's a chance they win this round and come back and win it, that would be the craziest way to get back into a game. 2 wall bangs of the Scout, baiting him in by just firing off those shots. Jacob's like, wow, if he's firing off
hello.
I'll have a free kill. And that was all by design. Frozen was ready and waiting for that pick. An amazing shot. And he's hungry for more as well, looking for yet another tag. If he gets one more, that's going to be crazy. Takes Leos down to 14. He might have won the round single-handedly here. Time will tell. Still a chance for 100 Thieves making their way up to the site. Another Scout connection. They're so low on the site. Carrigan can convert this, but still looking strong. 2 versus 2, but JKS and Az are incredibly low.
They are so low, and Chris J, I mean, they're almost low enough that Chris J could justify a jump spray. Flash towards the CT, planting safely for it. Rops will start to crawl in, and they piece this together for the double push. Eyes, JKS on Goose. He's responsible for Azad's backside. Has to be taps from Chris J. Does take the head off. Azad to clutch. First found. He's looking for a fresh mag, and he does get the time. Chris J respects him enough for that. Looking for the head. It's all about reactions and damage, but not enough. Frozen and Chris J have given Mousesports a round they had no right to win.
Absolutely true. That wasn't a forced buy. They stayed cool under pressure at that point, managing to get the Scout out, a few Deagles, and Frozen managing to pick towards middle. 2 amazing kills. Did a couple of tags as well on the A side. So much damage inflicted. Let's check out the first one. A drive-by as he takes out Gratisfaction. The second towards Jacob as he peeked from lower B after spamming a few shots. And then Chris J. We said he had a quiet game so far, but that could be the most important kill of the entire map.
You beast. Frozen, that's putting him... Mousesports, they've got a star of this show right now, and he's continuing as they challenge long. Only the Dink continuing their advance. Now Carrigan's gone as well. 100 Thieves have fought back with pace.
They absolutely have. That long take very effective there. Couldn't get towards the pit, and now a 5-on-3. Chris J knows he has to make a huge play here. He's going to try and get towards long quickly. Now JKS, he says middle's clear. He has no idea that Chris has got past at this point. So there's a chance. Oh, okay. Well, they've communicated there was a moment where he could have snuck through. So as it's patrolling the back, that should be things under control at this point. Chris J presumably goes down. He's waiting for his opportunity. There has to be multiple kills here from the sniper. He knows it as well.
Just jiggling into the plat peak, waiting for Gratisfaction to plop himself there. Fires off a shot, a smoke to make things awkward on the site itself. Rops, oh, he tried to play the smoke, but timing was not on his side. Instead, he looks foolish, and Azza will catch the flank eventually. 100 Thieves, this is their 15th, unless Woxic does the most ridiculous thing we've seen here in Katowice. Sensitivity high, but not high enough to swing and flick. 15-8.
This is where they finish things off against 3 pistols. They've been great. They've only given up 1 single round on their T-side campaign so far. 7-1 up, Gratisfaction gets them 1 step closer to nuke.
Yeah, lovely flash as well. You can see that 100 Thieves are keeping all of their protocols in place here. Molotov in the close corner forces Carrigan's smoke out, and they're going to probably want to put some pressure on him.
In terms of the setup, we've got Voxic along, so's Carrigan. They've ascertained that short is clear. 2 players towards B again. But all 5 starting to posture outside the A bomb site. Spawn towards CD spawn, potentially take the attention away from the bomb site itself. Still could fall back and go for the mid split. Same smokes we saw before, as I mentioned. Designed to make the AWPer's life difficult. They'll flash over multiple times. You can see Voxy trying to avoid all of those. He can win these sort of rounds. Flash, though, just coming in as they cross. He still nails the shot.
He had just 1 second to pull that trigger. Misses the second opportunity. He's given a third. How to fall back. This is going to be near impossible task, though, for the retake. They just don't have the weaponry. One kit on Chris J. Someone has to hit the hero Deagle shot, but it's not happening. JKS, Gratisfaction, they're all doing it. 100 Thieves take us to Nuke. Woxic looking for an ace clutch in the dying stages of this second map.
Well, there we have it. It is going to be 16-8, but the looks things, no kit, 3 kills to find. It's just too much, and it is going to be a very strong performance there from 100 Thieves. They were 6-1 up in that first half.
Well, we're going to run very fast to Nuke and get this last map underway. One of these teams will be joining FaZe in the L column, meaning 7th or 8th at the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2020.
And just 2 teams vying for this last spot.
Upper approach here as the Molotov goes on top of the hut. Smoke towards main, and Carrigan ready to dispatch of 100 Thieves here. Excellent work from Mousesports. It looks like a pretty much clean round at this point. Just 1 player remaining, JKS. Nice execution, but unfortunately couldn't find the shots. But JKS has got a few up its sleeve, it seems. A couple of headshots delivered. Smoke goes down towards Squeaky, and he is known as a bit of a clutch king.
Yeah, 1 more, and unbelieving. Chris J has absolutely none of that. Quick frag from him. It's a possibility. Towards ramp they go. Woxic with his scout trained on this location. It's very unlikely he can do more than a tag. He's going to hope to fall back immediately. Fires off the first shot. A Molotov, or rather Incendiary, will do the necessary work to slow down the push. Gratisfaction, however, caught out.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one now. No smokes. And it will be all the damage coming through for Woxic. You can see 3 tags coming through, and how do they even get the bomb down towards lower here? It'll be very difficult indeed. Now these SMGs become so potent. Rops with the FAMAS waiting to the double doors towards lower. They're going to give it their best shot. Do they even have a Molotov on one of the doors? So they don't. Just a flashbang. They're going to have to see what's available to them. That's the high HP player removed. We're going to see Liaz taken out. Rops, he knows they're there. 25 seconds. Bomb's going to be planted. Does he try and deny? Not quite.
JKS was there to slam the door shut should it open, but now can tuck into Shadow. He is their best chance at converting this one. It's not ideal for the CTs, but there is a kit on Frozen, so keep your eyes on where he falls should he go down. Nice nade, but it does mean that they're all eyes on Decon. JKS. Clean. 2 more from either side of the extremities of it. Rops starting his push, but he's being perfectly covered by Jacob, and it does look like just trying to do damage on the exit, and that's a whole lot of it. 2 weapons down. Jacob looking to respond to stop the defuse. The spray's perfect. That got a little too close for comfort at the end there.
100 to JKS with Gratisfaction, as with the UMP. And a fast play here. Blind, does he make it down? He does not. Frozen will get him with the UMP.
Bomb was not on his back, so not all is lost. Gratisfaction's trying to use that smoke to his advantage, trying to catch Frozen, and he does. A dink, but not the frag, and so advantage is returned to the hands of 100 Thieves, but they do have that very low HP Gratisfaction. He has that Mac 10, so he's just going to try and get that utility, get full use of it. Happy to be alive. Nothing to report from Rops' side of the map. Woxic's the one holding the push. Gratisfaction looking to draw the shot. That's enough. Mick forces him to tuck in. A Molotov would be perfect, but he still gets another one. Not going to get away. Jacob makes sure of that.
Oh, it was a very good effort there from Vox. It cost him his life, but they have got the advantage. In terms of utility, just 1 Molotov, no smokes. And start to rotate towards lower. CT's encroaching on their position. Here's Jacob making his way towards window. Had a great showing in this series so far. Robs holds with a push from window. 25 seconds here. The door's open. The bomb goes down. Jacob will have to recover it.
He has a little bit of time to wait out Chris J's flank. Good info. And bomb retrieved. Oh, the double peek from Mouz. If he gets the 1v1, Carrigan's ready for it. Reads him like a book. Ages 3 and up, and it will be Mouz 3. 100 Thieves 1.
So let's have a look at how they're deployed here. Molotov to take away any CT presence towards Secret. And how many players want to cross over? Looks to be 5. Chris J waiting to see if there's any information he can gather here. No sound cues, but Rops, he's in a good position for 2 frags here. Whether we'll get them to another story. Liaz, preemptive shot. That's going to be their cue to really send it now down towards lower. UMP in the vent's not going to do anything about that.
They left JKS on the red container, and he's ready to punish Chris J as soon as he gets out of his hidey hole. Great work from 100 Thieves. This is clinical, textbook, exactly how they intended this round to transpire.
Yeah, well, there it is. The AKs have to be saved at this point. Bomb down, round done. Great stuff there. Liaz
See if anybody fancied their chances of doing some additional damage on the way out, but all good in the hood. And so 100 Thieves bite back. Do so absolutely cleanly as well. Yeah, that position from brave enough to go through. Nade off the door, they're talking about it, they're running out of time, here we go. Flash from Azza, JKS, he knows his mission is to get down that vent. There's two waiting for him. Chris's in the corner, wiggling all up a storm. 17 seconds, where is that bomb?
It's still enough though, because they can get towards lower. It depends on Rops. He needs multiple kills again. Another committed position. They don't check it. 9 seconds here. Can the bomb be planted? Gratisfaction desperately makes his way towards the site. 3 versus 2. Bomb to not go down. Nice spray from Carrigan. He gets the job done, and that'll be the round going in their favor. It was brilliant play from Mousesports there, just reading the fact that that's why teams are delaying their smokes these days, just to avoid that fact, but you can always just compensate. Jacob just throws caution to the wind, and then he goes towards the garage. Chris J can't believe his luck there, a bit of a freebie.
To be tested. Avoids the flash, but chooses not to engage initially. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Chooses to take the off angle, gets one, will be traded. Little delayed. Carrigan's quite hot on the heels, actually, of the descending Thieves.
A bit of an opening here. Frozen to try and deny the plant. Carrigan, he just loves swinging around this lower bomb site, denying plants all over the place.
That's 2 rounds in a row, and he does it so confidently. Liaz, however, is in the server, and
he's just like, guys,
raging. What?
Don't die. That's the aim of the game.
Straight in your palm. That means what was that? But Liaz just finds a god mode for a moment, toggles it on. 3 kills from him in this round, and Woxic's burning. Forces him out of the line of sight. Carrigan, they know where he is. 5 seconds. Where is that bomb plant? It's in the open, and he gets off it. He repositions, and I think he still has time. Liaz, the hero. He continues to save the day.
Yeah, amazing round here from Liaz. If they pick this one up, it's all on him. Voxic, though, very good in these sort of scenarios. Doesn't have the best weapon for the job. Needs to spot him. Not going to happen. And a round that looked guaranteed there for Mousesports falls apart. Has been known to do some pretty remarkable things with that Desert Eagle, especially towards the hut. Up to Chris J first, as he does spray off a few bullets towards the ramp. And Carrigan, he's going for the backstab here. Is that a player towards a T-roof as well? Carrigan...
He finds these gaps. He finds them so often.
They were checking it every now and then, but he could time this so well. Time will tell. He needs his teammate to step up here and start showing some presence. Chris J and Carrigan chiming in. Can he get a second? Not quite. Decent effort, though.
Yeah, and that shotgun doesn't look so good now, Frozen. Woxic needs at least one. He sprays wildly into the smoke. It's a connection. At this point, maybe not enough, and maybe I need to eat my words. Frozen connecting onto Grat with that auto shotty, looking to draw as much attention to him. So this duel can be won. Woxic transfers into the feet of Azza, but he's still fragging onto Rops on window. 2v2, Molly's perfect.
Such a brawl here, and Azza continues to find headshots. Just Voxic now, he's done so much already. At least the bomb's not down, though. That's something.
Oh, they synced up the glass break. That's hot.
That's actually wild, isn't it?
That's so good, and look what it's led to. Rops has no idea! Oh, no!
No!
Oh, Rops, the reaction! Azza's going to be kicking himself. Palm to face. Mousesports, they get an advantage they had no right to take. Rops exposed again. This time, they don't make the same mistake. Takes the shot immediately. Now to the lower site, they do start to stabilize.
Notice no one still toward lower, but that was very impressive. Like the build-up, obviously there's a free kill there for Azza. Wanted to see if he could go for the superstar play. Didn't work out for him. But
to give you all of the information you desire of the game we so love.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest moments I've seen this tournament. That was really nice.
He cut to Azza just as he got the glass. Brilliant catch.
Beautiful. Chris J has an Incendiary and an HG. He's just playing the waiting game, though. Azza, it looks like he's going to check CT spawn. Let's see if that rings true. He's looking towards that direction. I think he's got it. Not going to connect. Should be a trade. But here comes Rops. Looking to back him up.
Yeah, should being the operative word. Perhaps it can come from Rops, and a good catch. He didn't have much to work with, and he takes 2 before Gratisfaction finally gets his teeth into him.
Silence M4 showing his true power there. They had no idea where he was. Bought him a couple extra seconds. That's why Carrigan has it in his arsenal. Drops it over his teammates. They can reap the benefits sometimes as well. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be the smoke towards the huts. Gratisfaction coming out of heaven. I don't think he's got much of a chance here. Lovely shot. 3 versus 1 now. JKS has to step up massively. This is the auto shotgun to afflict the initial damage. Voxer to close things out. And Mousesports back on their feet here after losing 4 rounds in a row.
Keeping an eye on the time.
That's what he's looking for.
Just the one.
Just enough to say, I've got an AWP here. I found that first kill. You have to go upper.
You talk about the funnel. It's a perfect example of it. Chris J, if they could choose to do anything towards that smoke, he's got a heavy advantage, and so they don't. Steps. Far from secret, but there is somewhat of a curveball, and the name is JKS. 3 outside and 1 lingering lobby. Azza to support his teammates as they do advance towards the heaven position. He'll be flashing them in, and Rops, ooh, I don't think Azza spotted him. Rops can do so much damage, he can ruin it all. Does get the frag, does drop the bomb, but the frags keep coming in favor of the Thieves. It's not over yet, 25 seconds. He has to get the bomb. It's going to be tough. And a missed shot from Woxic. Liaz descending. He has to go back up the ladder. And my goodness, this is ridiculous. This is just silly. But they will get back into the site. My God, what a ridiculous turn of events.
Azza with 3 once again. And he makes it 4. This has been really interesting. Like, we talked about Nuke kind of evolving from the strategic point of view, and I've really seen that with 100 Thieves. They've brought some great ideas out here. Nice variation of their defaults. Their outside smokes, it's been impressive. As Rob's now, again, got to defend. Oh, okay, he catches the nades out, gets 2. A mistake from Liaz there. Caught with the pants down and the nades out.
Where's the bomb? JKS is just asking himself the same question. You can see his mouse react. Personality visible in the gameplay.
Yeah, they still might be able to get away with this one, but it's going to be uncomfortable now. And it's Carrigan swinging out again. His signature move this time doesn't land. 8 seconds remaining. Can Chris J pull it off? That's going to be enough. They can no longer plant the bomb.
Find him. There's no way. They're heading towards Deacon. He's already up the ladder. The Dutchman strikes one final time in the half. 8-7 to keep things as close as they could.
It's not the CT-sided affair. We used to call it, and it looks like a fast-paced round from Mousesports here. Nading on the door, out the hut they go. Carrigan to lead the charge. He's broken through. This is the hardest part to get through, but it's going to be Azza actually nailing that first headshot. That gives him the advantage. No bomb to be planted just yet, and Gratisfaction making its way up. The flashbang to be delivered, and they're going in.
There's going to be 3 of them peeking on that. And there's a second where it came from. No one caught just yet. Gratisfaction's hitting the shots, as is Liaz, and so just Chris J and Rops. That bomb is down, but what can Chris J do about it? He'd have to be so good onto Azza, and not to be.
Perfect. Scouts, a couple of deagles of FAMAS. Outside smokes again. We saw some great mind games in that first half. And Rops, well, he's removed the brain of Jacob there. 5 versus 4, straight through the smoke.
That's 2 rounds in a row. We've seen Mousesports steal an early advantage thanks to their hard hitters.
So let's go to apply the brakes now. See if there's any sort of reactive play from the CTs. Azza, he's in towards the hub, but he can maybe fall back now. Liaz actually catches Frozen on his way towards the garage here. Azza will hold strong in the hut though. Seeing if there's any opportunities, and Carrigan spots one towards heaven. Looks like he can hit that shot. There's significant damage towards Grat, but that's enough. He'll fall back.
He's actually descending for a moment. Looks like he'll surface though. You can see his teammate are considering a ramp push, and JKS, he got enough information on that jiggle, looking to soften him up with the nade. It's not quite as good as it could have been, and Grat, he's already half health, still manages to land the scout shot, and JKS can finish. Jake, one onto Chris J. Woxic will trade. 30 seconds though, things could get a little awkward. That's the bomb, and now it's gone. Gratisfaction goes close quarters, and now things are going to get real difficult. Not if Rops finds more than that though.
The bomb's down in an awkward spot, but here comes Carrigan. Oh wow, Azza now positions them, and now he has to recover the bomb. He can't even plant it at this point, so he is done for. Gratisfaction with the heroic play.
Towards ramp they edge. Is it completely unmanned? Am I seeing this correctly? It is. Empty, vacant.
They've got JKS down lower, so he's usually the ramp player, so he's opted for a more defensive position here, but they know exactly where he is. He'll get one. I'm not sure if he gets away with this, and HE in that position is going to take him down. Do they have it? Oh, they don't, but he manages to be silenced in the end. Back and forth we go. Still 1 minute 10 on the clock. Robs with a key frag now. Liaz, MP9 only, less than 20 HP. Surely doesn't stand a chance here with the bomb. Not planted just yet, and he has managed to negate the vents.
Yeah, he's managed to slip past Frozen as well.
Not really. Especially with that Molotov place. They've guaranteed the plant. Liaz might be out of luck this time.
an active choice not to contest ramp that round, and works out for Mouz. And a big part of that is Rops, who has been very sharp in this crucial game. He's on his that was his 21st. Good grief. Head and shoulders above the rest. He's nearly got double. Very similar to the round before, but this time JKS stands tall and will fall off. Expecting Grat to show up, and oh, more than that! What was that? JKS, body shots, 2 gone. He is savage. Grat's faction does have an opportunity now. There's 3 members hunting down Karrigan, but if you hit that first, oh, it's a bit of a mess. He can't stabilize. It's only going to be the one, and JKS continues to rack him up.
Still a 2-on-1 though, with a minute remaining. Frozen, he's a specialist in these sort of scenarios. He's got all the utility he could ask for up against the scout to kick things off. He gets tagged, luckily through the edge. Grat's faction knows he's in trouble here. Moves to a more defensive line. Frozen just showing he knows exactly where he is. Flies up the ladder now. Increases his chance with the bomb in his back. He knows he's got a window here to get the plant in. Very well played so far. Excellent work.
Yeah, it's really satisfying to watch the thought process. Tucking into Hut. Grat's faction from main. Lee has Heaven.
Bear in mind they won't have a kit here. And a scout on the retake. They have got an AK-47. A single flash, but time is of the essence. I think he's seen it.
And he gets the frag. Frozen to save the day for Mouz here. A 1 versus 2 after JKS again has done so much. Lee has to save it. He's checking Hut. This is his last chance now. Doesn't have the kit. And he's done it. Frozen, a god tier clutch. No time for the defuse. And Mousesports close the gap.
Financial burn setting in here. Frozen feeling confident to push up to this smoke, but JKS expecting it. Created a little gap there for them. Flash comes in. Lovely work. All by design.
That works so well. And that's, whether it's M4 or Deagle, ramp has been no issue for JKS to hold these last few rounds. Jacob's managed to find another one, and Azza onto Chris, lingering in the smoke. Neat and tidy. Limited util, but they've managed to convert. Rops presented with 5 opponents. It's not quite as lip-smacking as Frozen's situation he was given. Very unlikely he's going to find JKS's real close corner here. Does it? Does have the bomb and does have the lower sight. He's got some space to really stretch his legs here, Henry. Taking it back, he takes the fight. A second from Azza, and a couple of missed shots does give Rops a second lease of life. 30, make it 40 seconds. He is, however, going to get pushed. He's not ready for that. And so we can all wipe the sweat from our brow. Mousesports will fall, and the 12th secured.
That's for sure.
All the way down low sight already. Jacob, however, just playing on the other side of the door. He's making the calls. The rotate's coming in. He has support now from ramp. JKS, he wants to take the fight. My goodness, he's so ready and willing. More damage towards Decon. Jacob gets the timing. And 100 Thieves, they find another. Just Rops and Karrigan. There's not much they can really say about this one. Azza, he's got a glimpse of one. Won't be able to find the frag, though. Karrigan second.
All very tense for now. And Jacob, he's had one hell of a round here. We talked about his individual form starting to really peak into this tournament. 3 huge kills, confident ones as well. Chasing after the opposition, leaves Rops in a very difficult 3-on-1. Knows what Grat's faction is. Flashbang off. That's his last bit of kit there. With less than 30 seconds, he's to recover the bomb and potentially find 3 kills here. Doesn't look likely. 100 Thieves can just turtle up at this point. Don't have to give anything away. Just bait out some shots, keep getting information, hold him away from that bomb. He can no longer go to upper at least, so they've done enough in that regard. And Lee has to close things out. Oof, great shot from Frozen, not going down without a fight here. Outside control is theirs. Jacob removed, he's been putting in a very solid shift here on the CT side. 1 minute remaining. Molotov towards the hut in both ways, above and inside. Do not want to go inside that tin box right now. Grat's faction all the way in CT spawn. It's very common for players to vault up towards Secret here. Or Heaven, I should say. We'll see whether this works out for Voxic. Will he have the presence of mind to look that deep in spawn? I don't think so. It's a great spot from Grat. Works out.
That's lovely. Frozen's tucked in, and now he doesn't have his teammate to support him. Here they go, into the site. Liaz found without too much issues. And so now the bomb can go in. They've got a couple of flashbangs, that's about it. They're on either side, all spread out. I think they're just gonna have to accept their fate and play for the next one. Mousesports, 2 in a row.
Round confirmed. Ray's a very animated man, very passionate about the game.
It's a way to hope he can catch one unawares, trigger discipline, wait for them to pass, dink away at their heads. It's a way that he does get given a chance to contribute.
One will do. As we like to say, if he can make that work, it could be enough.
Azza smoking on top of the hut.
Let's see.
Oh, that flash from Rops. JKS ate it, and there's the one. But may not prove to be enough, because this is going to be enough. A big conversation now between Grat. Azza's low. He's going to have to perhaps watch this 14th get taken from them. They are still in positions to contest. But it would be a slip up from Mouz at this point. Grat. We'll start to acknowledge that, but the smoke arrives perfectly. Mousesports coordinated. Door will open. That's the cue Woxic can work with.
Oh, wow.
And that's the AWP gone. Woxic beheads him. Crucial round of play. And now that AWP will not be saved.
So that looks like we are going to 14-14. Just to know, 100 Thieves did not invest into this round. They did save 3 weapons. There was a choice to invest fully, but we did see the full eco come through from Jacob there and a couple of other players. So they will have money going forward in terms of loss bonus. There'll be a 3rd stage after this one. That's going to be $2,400 on top of their around $2,000 right now. If they save the M4, it'll be a reasonable buy. It won't be ideal. They certainly won't have the AWP. As Azza desperately holds on to the little HP he has, the M4 in his grasp, and 4 players survive for Mousesports. 14-14.
Oh, these games, man.
I assume they'll be...
But into the fray we go. Jacob aggressive. Red container and then some. Is he gonna swing again on another flash? They're not ready for it yet, but now the audio cue. Oh, that Molotov, but he still gets the frag. Forced into fight again. He's only got 4 HP. He may as well have a go. Flash isn't there. Carrigan does get the frag, but a double from JKS. He's got a 3rd as well. Ridiculous. As JKS pulls 100 Thieves kicking and screaming towards the 15th.
This is series point. Carrigan left in a 3-on-1. Almost no chance he can do anything with this, Alex. Unfortunately, the bomb down towards ramp, and JKS surrounded by the corpses of Mousesports here. They have done it. One more round to find, but there will be a full buy for Mousesports going forward. Carrigan is trying to find any kills he can. You can see the money's pretty low for 100 Thieves. He gets 1 kill, that would be enough. That would be like, they would say you did a good job.
Yeah. Don't think they're going to really give him anything to work with. This crossfire, I mean, look at it. You just can't do anything.
A trifecta of doom has been established around that bomb.
Oh, goodness.
Say your prayers, Carrigan. You're going down any second. And it will be Liaz to find series point. A lot of tension here. He gets some outside control. Satisfaction. First contact. Wants to get away with this one. Oh, has he ever, though? Jacob from the garage. It looks like it might be enough here. Mousesports in a 5 versus 2. Chris J and Woxic trying to buy some space and time. They'll pull a kill back. But less than a minute on the clock. The bomb is down. It's recovered. Chris J will find it in T-spawn. If ever there was a duo that could pull this off, Woxic and Chris J, they've done it many times before. Chris J has managed to pull off some absolute heroics in the last few months. He'll have to do it all over again.
Oh, a spectacular shot onto Azza.
No
it's something. It's something. Hold your nerve, Liaz. He knows they're coming towards his location. He's been hiding behind the site. Another shot hits, but it's not enough. Gratisfaction secures it. 100 Thieves are off to the playoffs. They take down front runners for the playoffs, Mousesports, and the lower bracket run is complete.
Oh no, you can see what it means to Mousesports there. It was a great series, Alex. It had absolutely everything. A roller coaster of an adventure there.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit